Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe so that you don't miss any future weekly forecasts. And also go check out the other videos that may pertain to you for your sun, moon, or rising signs. I think that'll give you a much more dynamic picture of what's going on this week. Okay, let's get into it for Sagittarius for this coming week. What is the energy? What is the message? What is going on? Let's find out what we have. 6 of discs here to start us out. We're going to lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. And we're going to include our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to put that right here. We're not going to look at that until the very end, so stick around. And we're going to see how that might tie the whole reading together or give us the confirmation that we're looking for. Okay, so looking around here, we see only one major arcana card, and we're going to start with that major arcana card. That is the Star card. We're going to start with the Star card. And this is in the position of you right now. This is your kind of your ego, your headspace, what kind of things you do or think about every day. This represents just kind of your general energy right now, and this is a very good card to have. Especially in this position, this tells me that you're very much in tune with the situation. You're very much like keyed in to spirit and to the divine energy, to your own intuition, your own understanding, your own light. I think you're very much ready to receive the blessings from the universe. You're in this very kind of receptive state, but you're also in this state where you're ready to clear out some of this old energy, some of this old stuff that's not working for you anymore. So let's get into that. We'll come back to this Star card here in a few minutes. But what I see in this situation today, first off, Sagittarius, for you is going to be the 6 of discs crossed by this Princess of Wands. Now, this Princess of Wands, I don't think in this situation it represents another person. This is a court card. You are a fiery sign, obviously, Sagittarius. So I think this represents kind of a beginning for you, okay? I think this is the beginning of a really successful and harmonious time in your life. It could be in terms of your career, finances, just your kind of life in general, I think, is going into a very beautiful and balanced and harmonious period, right? I think the next cycle for you really is one of balance. I think you're going to find that every area of your life is going to just kind of fall into place and become just rather unified, balanced, harmonious, really beautiful and fulfilled. This could be primarily a financial thing or a career-related energy, but I don't think it's limited to that. For one reason, we don't have any discs, earth, or coins or pentacles here in this spread today. We don't know about the confirmation card. Maybe there's something there, but this is telling me that it's transcending the earth plane, right? I think it's going to manifest as success and beauty and joy and fulfillment in the physical realm, in your physical job, career, your romantic life, your sense of love and appreciation, your sense of affection for the world, for yourself, and for your person. If you have a person right now, I think it's going to be just a very harmonious time for you. You're really moving into this period of terrific harmony. Okay, and what this Princess of Wands is saying here is that this is just the beginning of this spark of the fiery energy for you. It's going to be coming into this situation this week, right? Starting to experience all of this because, again, you're ready for it. You're ready to receive it. You're ready to clear out the old, what isn't working for you. You're ready to receive these new blessings, this new grace, right? I think it's going to create in you the first stirrings of this real passionate energy, this real enthusiasm, this really kind of spiritual fire in you. And it's really going to motivate you to continue with this phase. You're really going to start to love it. It's really going to renew your energy, your sense of purpose, your fire, your passion, your kind of lust for life, right? But it's just beginning. So this passion, enthusiasm has to grow, has to be nurtured. It's something that, you might feel this rush of energy, this rush of adrenaline. Okay, it's that kind of excitement. It's that kind of passion and enthusiasm when you start to realize that things are truly falling into place and you're truly entering this new wonderful phase of your life. Okay, and again, it's going to be complete harmony. Everything is going to seem like it really is falling into place. And it's going to cause some kind of that new excitement, that new passion to just kind of just be ignited within you. And you're going to feel this strength and this energy. And I think the little bit of the message here is not to go too wild with it, right? There's a chance that it could burn out or it could be smothered in some way. And to go with that, I'm going to talk about this Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is this new love. It's this just feeling of joy and pleasure and satisfaction, new beauty and affection, new appreciation for the love and beauty and affection that's in your life, right? Both for yourself, it's the self-love, self-affection, and for others around you. And I think that's going to be beginning for you this week as well. I think with this, the harmony of your entire life and everything just is going to seem like it's working and it's balanced and everything is being fulfilled. I think there is the opportunity for this new love, for this new romance to kind of happen, because everything else in your life is going to seem just so wonderful. And then on top of that, kind of the icing on the cake, is going to be this new love, beauty, affection, and the appreciation of all of this love and beauty and affection. It has the potential to kind of put out that flame, right? Because that's what water does. Water extinguishes the fire, right? Too much of it does, anyway. So I think there is a little bit of a risk there that the area of your life in which you feel this enthusiasm, this rush of adrenaline, this passion and joy, if it's in your financial sphere, like we said, it might be, primarily manifesting as a career success and harmony. I think you're going to have this fiery feeling about that work. You're going to be excited to do this every day because it's such a harmonious time for you. This new pleasure, this new love or romance or something, it has the potential to take you away from this fiery focus on this kind of harmony, let's say professional work, right? But I don't think that means you should avoid this. I think by all means you need to take this water and go, because this is the icing on the cake, but there's such thing as too much of a good thing, right? So this is coming in your future as well. I think by the end of the week, you're going to be feeling this. You're going to be feeling this success and harmony to such a degree that now you're ready to just, take on some sort of new beauty, love, connection, joy, satisfaction, and it's going to be that just affection, right? It's going to feel amazing. And I think the point is balance here, right? You want to still maintain your fiery enthusiasm for this, successful work that you're doing. But you also want to experience this new love, this new joy, these new opportunities for that affection and that appreciation and that expression of your love, right? So that's coming for you as well this week. And I think that's really going to be it's really going to be a glorious time. I feel like it's really a powerful just sense of of harmony and beauty, right? Like it's just something that you've always been working toward. I think with this Ten of Swords here, I think that you have been working really hard to kind of build the life that you want, right? To have the degree of success. And for this, I just keep saying harmony, but I think that word is just getting kind of played out. But it's just a real balance of all of your desires and interests. It's a real fulfillment of every aspect of yourself. And I think it's just deeply satisfying. Because I think you have been working very hard to reach this point where you finally just feel like you've kind of made it, right? And I think that with all of that struggle in the past, the struggle to get to this point, I think it's been rather taxing on you mentally and emotionally. I think you've been feeling the stress of it. I think this Ten of Swords is indicating that you've been kind of mentally exhausted by by all of the work that you've been doing, right? All of this trying to get to this point. But I think you've made it. I think this week you're going to see that you have made it. But it's been a long journey, okay? And it's been a very trying, a very taxing, very exhausting journey. But I think now all of that stress and that anxiety and that exhaustion, I think it's paying off. And I think it's going to be alleviated some. And we'll get to some reasons why. I think the first reason, obviously, is this harmony of the Six of Discs. This kind of beautiful music that's being made now, it's going to be fantastic. And then on top of that, the Ace of Cups there. So I think it really is going to alleviate some of this exhaustion. The payoff is there for all this hard work, right? The next thing that we see is this Ten of Cups. So this is down here in the position of your unconscious tendencies, some things that are going on beneath the surface. And I wonder if this isn't a little bit of pessimism in terms of that love and affection and appreciation and the expression of your love or the receiving of your love, you know, the exchange of love and that kind of energy with someone. I think whether you're in a relationship right now or not, I think that there is this sense of it's too much but not enough at the same time. Does that make sense? It's like the love and affection is there in your life, again, whether you're in a relationship or not. You have the beauty and the love and the expression of love, but it's just not, either it's just been the same for so long that it's lost that spark and that chemistry, or it's just not of the right kind or of the right intensity. It doesn't have, surely, this Ace of Cups feeling. It starts as this Ace of Cups, and maybe in your current situation, it did start as this Ace of Cups, this rush of this new love energy, just excitement, enthusiasm to be experiencing this joy and this beauty and this pleasure, right? But too much of it fills up all the cups, and while it's still there, it's not that exciting anymore. It's not that fulfilling. It's too much of a good thing, perhaps. So I think, again, whether you're in a relationship or not, I think you have a lot of love and beauty and appreciation, a lot of affection in your life, but it's either not the right kind or it's just too much of the same thing that it doesn't have this enthusiasm. Now, on the path of the dove here, there are a lot of active cards. Okay, we have we had that Princess of Wands, that's fire, that's an active card. And then we had that Ten of Swords, that's a very active card. But then we also have this Queen of Wands, this is a very active card. And this card, I think, is the potential that you have to really take this spark of enthusiasm, this initial rush of this activity and this excitement for all of this wonderful music that you're going to be making this week, to take that energy and really hang on to it, nurture it, let it grow, build upon it, let it blossom and grow into this more refined, more mature Queen of Wands. This is someone who has that fiery energy, is able to wield it perfectly, has the wisdom and the understanding to go along with it. And this is an indication that the potential here is really just wild to direct your life in any way going forward, right? And it's a good thing you have this Star card down here. We'll get to that again in just a second. But to take this fiery Princess of Wands and allow that energy and that excitement and that initial flame to grow into this just absolutely powerful furnace of energy and enthusiasm, with that wisdom and understanding, you have the potential to really go anywhere and do anything. And I think you're going to take a lot of this harmony and success, this beautiful music that you're making, these opportunities for new and refreshing love experience, exchange of love energy, affection, appreciation, beauty. You're going to take all of those opportunities, all of this success and music that you're making, and you're going to be able to do pretty much what you will with it. You're going to have that wonderful control over all of this energy and power and passion in your life. And that's represented by this Queen of Wands. I think this is a refining and a maturing of this fiery energy that's starting and doing it with wisdom and understanding for your future. Okay. So we have those active cards, and then we have these rather passive cards, which you're utilizing all of this active energy. You're gonna have to take all of this power and force and excitement and enthusiasm and express it into the outside world, into the external physical realm, right? You're gonna have to do the work and take the actions. But then we also have this balance of these passive cards, the Earth, right? The Six of Discs, passive card. The Ten of Cups, water, passive card. The Ace of Cups, water, passive card. So we have a balance here of the active and a balance of the passive. So I think as much as you're putting into the situation, as much as you are expressing into the outer world, into the external reality, the physical realm, you're going to be receiving in equal proportion. You're going to be giving your love, your attention, your effort, your enthusiasm and joy, and you're going to be receiving the love, the harmony, the beauty, the satisfaction, that wonderful music that's going to be just flooding into your ears, into your senses. And so it's a beautiful balance between active and passive. You're going to receive as much as you're giving. It's going to be a perfect balance. And that's what I mean when I say harmony. It's equal, it's balanced, and it is creating this wonderful, wonderful music. Okay. We're going to move on to the path of the Serpent now, which has some more active energy, primarily active energy, except for the Star card. Now, the Star card is associated with Aquarius, which is an air sign, which is an active element, right? But in this case, it's more of a balance between active and passive. See, again, this is the Star card. You are receiving this divine grace, this beauty, this understanding, this spiritual intuition and insight, and you're ready to receive. You're ready to just receive the blessings and the grace from the universe, right? And in some sense, you're providing this for yourself because, the figure on the Star card is pouring this water over themselves, right? So it's because of your doing that you're going to be receiving these blessings. But at the same time, they still come from beyond, right? It's that paradox that we all love. So that's the kind of passive side of it where you're receiving, right? You're a magnet for all of these blessings, all of this grace, all of this love energy. But at the same time, you're clearing out the old energy. You're dumping all of this stuff out. All of that cup here that you don't even want anymore, that's not useful, the energy that's not serving your purposes, that maybe has been used up, it served its purpose, and now it's done. You're actively getting rid of all of that. Okay, so this has the nice balance between the active and passive as well that we saw in the path of the dove here. And what are some of these things that you're dumping out, that you're getting rid of? Well, that's you have to tell me, I think. I think you have to answer that question. But I think a lot of that is the acceptance or the complacency that you had with this Ten of Cups, where this maybe was too much of the same old kind of thing in terms of your emotional life or your romantic life or your sense of love and beauty and appreciation. That, remember, we said it was there, but it just wasn't exciting anymore, and it was just kind of not working anymore. It wasn't as exciting or as fulfilling, as satisfying as it could be. So I think there's been a complacency here with that I think is probably on its way out. And then we see also this Ten of Swords that we talked about. And this was the hard work and the real effort over a long period of time to reach this stage of this beautiful harmony and music that we have this week, right? So this has been going on for a long time, and I think that this is all of that mental stress. This is all of that just kind of beating yourself up mentally, and that exhausted feeling and that just kind of worn out with your mind. It's it's just overworked, right? And I think it's been like this for a long time. So this is on its way out as well. The Ten of Swords, it's at the bottom of the hierarchy. There's nowhere else for that air energy, those swords, to go, right? It's at the 10. It's the bottom. Nowhere to go but back up. So I think you're clearing out a lot of this this mental energy and this emotional energy that has served its purpose. It's done. Remember 10, bottom of the pile, nowhere else to go. 10 of Cups, bottom of the pile, nowhere else to go. Served its purpose. It's time to get rid of that emotional and mental energy that's not working for you anymore. But again, what that looks like, that's up to you. That depends on your specific circumstances. But this is what I'm feeling here, is that the mental and emotional side of things needs to be, I think, let go of. And this is what I think you're in the process of doing. I feel it with this Star card, receiving new energy, getting rid of old energy. Okay. The next card we come to is another 10. 10 of Wands. This is oppression. This is some kind of force in your life that is weighing you down, that is kind of keeping you tired and exhausted, that is actively working against you or like overburdening you. Just really a really heavy energy. And it doesn't seem to be any one particular thing. This is in the position of your relationship with someone else or with your environment, but probably either one particular person or a group of people, or it could be a relationship with your, a employer or something like that. But this is a relationship that you have with someone or something that is kind of crushing you energetically, right? It's the 10. It's the bottom of the pile. There's nowhere else for it to go. It's like all of the weight is on you. And it's like a spiritual, energetic weight. It's not the emotional weight or the mental weight that we already talked about. This is more foundational. This is more energetic. This goes deeper than that. It's more subtle, more psychic, more spiritual. And I don't know who this is or what this is about. Perhaps this is resonating with you and you know what this situation is. But something or someone with whom you have this relationship is keeping you down a little bit. And I think this is part of that energy that needs to go. Because again, it's a 10. It's the bottom of the pile, nowhere else to go but out. So I think, again, this needs to be included in what this star figure is doing, dumping out this old energy, okay, to make room for that new energy. The new energy, the Two of Wands. So this is this same fiery energy that we've been talking about with the Queen, the Princess, the 10 even. But it's a more subtle, psychic, spiritual energy that is renewed, that has gone through the phase of the Ace of Wands, right, the number 1, that initial rush, the potential, and now it is becoming active. It is becoming balanced within you, and it's becoming something that you can control and wield with your Queen of Wands energy. So now you have the potential to have all of this fiery energy at your disposal and to direct your life as you will. And the Two of Wands is literally that fiery energy that you're going to wield to direct your future as you will. All right, this is the kind of literal energy. But it's so balanced that it's still like a subtle, a psychic, a more spiritualized energy. We're not down into the Three of Wands yet, which is still pretty subtle, psychic, and spiritual. Once we get to the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7 of Wands, that's really that energy out in the world working. So this is still kind of within you as this potential. This is like the power that the Queen of Wands holds within her, ready to go, okay? So that, I think, is a very good indication that, yeah, you do have this potential to really be in control of all of this. And you really have that ability to do all of this work that we're talking about. That, I think, is really focused on this Star card. As the only major arcana card here, I think this is the key to it all. I think this is the focus. This should be the crux of the whole matter, really, is receiving the new blessings, receiving that new energy, getting rid of the old energy. And I think this is all talking about how that's going to work, what it is, what's going on and what the future is going to look like. In the future prediction, the more long-term outcome, there is going to be some forces that are going to be opposing you. I think there are going to be some challenges to your work, to your will, to your thoughts, opinions, beliefs, to you in general. There's going to be some opposing thoughts and opinions from, I don't know, from other people, from your employer, from friends, family, whatever, whoever. The point of this card, Seven of Swords, is not to let anyone distract you from your purpose. You have to be like this single sword, this ace in the middle there. All these little petty swords are coming at you, trying to pick at you, trying to distract you, trying to break you down, trying to, turn you away from your goals, and just trying to, mentally seduce you away from your purpose, away from what you're doing, away from your goals and your will and all of this wonderful music that you're making this week. Okay, so look for this and just kind of be aware of the distractions that are going to be coming into your life. Because once you get into this mode with this beautiful harmony and this music, you get this fiery energy under control, you get this Queen of Wands status. I think naturally there are going to be things in your life that are going to test you, tempt you away from this control, this power, this life, this harmony in music. And it could take the form of people or other things or other interests, any kind of temptations or seductions. And they could be coming from your mind too, saying, oh, hey, it would be so much better to just, go sit on the couch and watch TV today. When really in your heart of hearts, today I've got to go out and do whatever. And it may be that it's sitting on the couch watching TV. I don't know. The point is, don't let anyone or anything distract you from your goals, from your power, from your energy, from this music that you're making. Okay, you have to remain in control and guard yourself against these petty little swords that are going to be just picking at you, trying to break you down, trying to just distract you and pull you away from your holy task there. We're going to take a look at this confirmation card and see if this gives us any further insight. What could this card be? Another fire card, another court card, more fiery energy. Sagittarius, you are really like lighting up this week. This is all of this fiery energy, but in practice, it's the movement of it, right? It's the fiery energy that the Queen of Wands wields, right? She holds this inside. It's still kind of a potential. It's still the psychic, subtle, spiritual energy. But when the Prince of Wands comes into it, this is movement into the external world. This is all of that activity. So I think what is really saying, what the real message of this confirmation card, I feel, is that all of this stuff is going on here, but it's still potential. It's still, maybe that could happen, right? Maybe, it could. Only if you do the work, only if you actually start the movement. You have to move, get things going. See, there's no movement here. There's movement here, but this is just the beginning. This is just kind of still lost in the fire, right? Not really sure where to go, how to direct that energy. And it's just, right now, it's just that little flame. It's not really big enough or bright enough or hot enough to do too much. It needs nurturing. It needs air. It needs movement. The Prince is the airy quality of the fire. So it's that you're fanning, you have to fan the flame, right? And so this is really getting things moving. And again, I think the message here is that all of this is just potential. This is a possibility. This could be what's going on. This could be what your week is like. But you've got to get going. You've got to fan those flames and get things moving. Now we're going to take a look at this a little bit deeper in the extended version. If you want to become a member of this channel, which I encourage you to do, you can click on the link that is, I think, down in the description box, or there might be a join button somewhere on the main channel page. So take a look at that. Consider becoming a member. It really does help us out. And I appreciate all of your support and love. I really do. This was your weekly tarot forecast on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Thank you.